I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gon' get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone screen. Anybody tryna take a piece of pie home, try a song, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low ballin' digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks on how to bite my way out fishing nets.
What's good, everybody? What's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me get my audio right real quick. Had to push it back 4 times. It happens, especially when you're doing a pop-up. It is what it is. See who up in here real quick. Hey, shout out Unbiased LLC, Vision Preparedness. Rooted, what's up? Hey fam, Rooted, if you get a chance, man, holla at your boy, bro. Shoot me an email real quick if you got time, fam. I want to holla at you. Man, what's up, Broke? What's going on, Broke Farmer? Happy Mac? What's good? You have a happy weekend as well, fam. Vision Preparedness, thank you. As always, good looking out, bro. Liz B. Journey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, bro, it is. Let me hit my camera real quick. I'm still doing some stuff over here, family. It's AfricanDreaming@gmail.com. AfricanDreaming@gmail.com. Yeah, I just want to make sure you straight, fam, with everything, you know. Yeah. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna kind of get into it, man. Looking for my partner to slide in real quick when you get a chance. Let's see. It's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long day. Okay, there you go. Damn, there he is. Duh. I gotta drop the link. What's up, CC? What's going on, Bud Files? How you doing, family? Yeah, let me drop this link for Rooster real quick. And maybe some other folks later on in the conversation. But I gotta holler at OG real quick first. Let's see here. Oh, if you don't paste that shit, there you go. All right, bro, it's in there. It's in there, Rooster. It's in there. Let's see. I hope I spoke there. CC, Bud Files, Liz B. Okay, Rudy. I'm gonna get back with you, fam, as soon as I get off of here. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna holler at you. Hey, y'all, if y'all want to, if y'all feel like it, man, y'all share this joint out real quick. Let me go on. Ain't no time to wait. We ain't gotta play games with this one. Rooster, what's good, fam? What's going on?
Dilly, yo?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Uh, hey, Steph Shockley, how you doing, family? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Everybody. Uh, we're gonna kind of dive into conversation tonight. I'm gonna give a couple more minutes for a few more people to come in. I'm just gonna talk about hey Rooster, you hold it down for me real quick. You got it going. What you doing tonight, man? It's
Oh
Friday, baby.
man, man, we're gonna do a little freestyle Friday, have a little fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the boss come to work. Y'all know how she do me. She called me at the
Yep.
last minute and be like, I ain't coming to work, I'm busy. Okay. Hey, look,
Right.
I can't call and report her to nobody because she the boss. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
What's happening? Happy Mac, I see you speaking of CC's Texas Garden in the building. Liz B. Virgo gang. You know what I'm saying?
You.
Grace Gines in the building. What's up, Cassandra?
What's up, Grace guy?
The Bud Files. Cassandra's
Everybody.
South Fulton Garden. I don't know why I want to always say South Full Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, Rooster, after we talk, I'm probably gonna drop. No, I ain't no problem. I am gonna drop that link. I'm gonna get
Vision. Uh-huh.
Yep, you already know. Yeah, I'm gonna get Vision. Yeah, it's gonna be opportunity for everybody to speak.
What's up,
But
Cheryl Faulkner?
what's up, Miss Sher? How you doing, young lady? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. So, uh, let's set it off with this, man. What's happening tomorrow? What's
So,
up, Psalm 146?
so
Home and garden.
tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time, we kicking off the hype again. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
gonna kick it off on the Motivation from the Weightlifting Geeks channel. And hey, we're gonna try to get it popping like corn tomorrow.
For sure, for shizzle, as the young folks say, out in your neck of the woods. Look here, man. So, if y'all wondering, we apologize. Let me get my camera right. Just get everything just real nice and good. There we go. So, I ain't even go live earlier today. You know, we usually do freestyle. Not damn. I'm up here taking roosters. We don't do Freestyle Friday. Big Rooster do Freestyle Friday. We do Friday Faves, where we acknowledge some of our favorite channels and give them a opportunity, if they so wish, to come up on the be a part of the be a guest and come over and do things like that. And we didn't do that today. Today been a heavy day for me, as well as my wife. I've been talking with family, been on the phone with family. Tomorrow my pops will be laid to rest, and I got to spend some intimate time with family real quick, see him. And I wasn't gonna go on at all, but not that YouTube is a distraction for me, but it's almost like a release for me. I need it. It's something I really enjoy. And when I got a lot of stuff on my mind, YouTube is one of those spaces. It's like this is what content creators' dreams are made of. You got an opportunity to say what's on your mind and what's on your heart and talk about it. And if it's your channel, hell, if folk don't like it, you know, it is what it is. You ain't gotta stick around. I ain't gonna hold it against you. But me and Rooster finna have a conversation, family. If y'all didn't catch the live, damn, what day was that,
I think it
Rooster?
was
Was that
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, I
Trill
think it was
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh, thank everybody for their condolences. I see that. I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking down. Yeah, that was Tuesday. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank everybody for that. I wasn't gonna get on here at all, but I'm way over here, family over there. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? At the moment, ain't nothing I can do. I've been in this position before, so I already know what this is like. But if you don't mind, bro, so we can go and get to it. And I appreciate you sacrificing the time to make this happen, man. Uh so the conversation, we was talking about the sister down in H Town. If y'all can't tell, I know I'm in Africa, but I'm a Texas native. I talk about a lot of Texas goings on as well as African going ons and stuff from all over the world. Christina, what's up? The winning walk with Christina and anybody I might have missed. Big Rooster mentioned something that I don't think people really seem to get or understand. And I'm going to talk about it again tonight, and I'm also going to add some content to it. Lately, I've been seeing, welcome in K Renee's Garden. By the way, y'all please share this live out. And I don't care what I'm going through. Anytime I'm on here, it's always an opportunity for y'all to connect. So all I ask, please share the live out for one. For two, come back and drop your hashtag BCIAC. What's up, Lisa J. Stocks? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about recent events. And I damn near haven't saw the internet be like this since I can't remember. I don't want to throw out any scenarios because then it seems like I'm excluding others, whatever. But boy, it's a whole lot of vitriol and heavy opinions and a whole lot of hate out here. I want my bruh, Big Rooster, to reiterate and go in depth, if as much as he want to, with what he talked about on Trill Tuesday, so folk can kind of get an idea. And then we're going to have a little bit of conversation, and I'm going to run y'all some content. Big Rooster, the floor is yours, brother. Or do you want me to set it up?
No. So we was talking. You had showed a little bit of content about when a young man was saying, hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know, we want to help you, but at the same time, y'all women put black men in a situation to where they're saying, you don't need help from us anymore. We don't need you anymore, and this and that. In a certain situation with a man, I guess we're still talking about we're not talking about that, but we're talking about
the incident
that happened. The incident that happened, and everybody, the internet's been kind of going crazy about, nobody helped this lady got hit in the face with a brick or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we were just saying, how, anything could have happened in that situation, you know what I'm saying? And nobody helped or whatever. But I was saying in an instance that I had going to help a cousin, and her and her boyfriend was fighting. I jumped in. I get hit in the back. And as I stand up to turn around to see who hit me, because we were down on the ground scuffling. As I turn around and stand up, see who hit me, the dude's sister then hit me in the back. And as I get ready to charge her, I see some sharp object in her hand. She had been stabbed me. It felt like she just hit me, but she had stabbed me. Because your adrenaline going, I guess you don't feel the pain right away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm looking, I'm saying, dang, man, did she really stab me? You know what I'm saying? So I pull my jacket off because I had a big jacket on at the time. And sure enough, she had stabbed me. But when I got to the hospital, and they was cleaning out the wound and everything, getting ready to stitch me up. It's a small wound. It ain't like it's a big wound or nothing like that. But the doctor was like, yeah, man, she ain't just hit you once, she hit you twice. And I was like, so the lower one, the one in the lower back, barely went in, but it did go in. But it barely went in. But the other one, the top on the back of the top right shoulder blade in the back area of it, she hit me. That one went all the way in. So, I was leaking. Just, you ask yourself, was it worth it? Because at the end of the day, this happened early in the afternoon, and by late in the afternoon, early evening, they right back together, like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you do when situations like that arise? You know what I'm saying? Do you put yourself out there in harm's way, or, you know what I'm saying? Or Now I don't know the whole scenario of what happened with this. I don't know if they were a couple or if they,
Nope.
you know,
You know what? I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit. What Big Rooster's saying is outside of his situation. Again, shout out East Dad, welcome in, brother. K Renee's Garden, and anybody else who tipped off in here. Here's the thing. So this situation in Houston, allegedly, this woman was assaulted, which she shouldn't have been, with a brick. Dude hit in the face, according to her, and these women are assaulted in situations like that. She said she asked the dude asked her for her number. She was assaulted. Uh, that happened. Everything went from that to all of these. And I mean, she pulled out her phone. She panning around. She doing this. She said, all these black men back here didn't help me. Now, when it comes to the dating scene, I literally just celebrated my 16 years of marriage and 21 years together. I don't get in that shit because I don't have a stake in that. I'm a happily married man. Hey, Sonya Siegler, how you doing? Tay Weezy, what's up, bro? I'm a happily married man. I don't get into what single or dating people got going on. Whether they talking horrible about black men or whether they talking horrible about black women, somebody got to have some sense and just kind of chill on it. Welcome in, Official J Mia. How you doing, sister? How you doing? Uh, with that being said, y'all, some of the stuff that I'm seeing that is spilling over into the real world from this situation and event is disheartening. You got a man up here saying that he intervened in a situation to protect a relative. He got stabbed twice. Big Rooster got stabbed twice. And they was together later on that evening. Now, that's only one part of what we're going to talk about and cover tonight. The biggest thing is I keep hearing real men stand up. Real men do this. Real men do that. Man, that shit sound good. But do y'all ever think that some of these real men, or I guess cowards or whatever, don't jump in shit the way they used to because they done lived through something like what Big Rooster done been through? Now, you're not going to break my heart or make me feel I ain't finna lose no sleep. It might hurt my feelings a little bit. It might hurt my feelings a little bit, but I promise I'm going to get over it. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, it ain't just black women out here saying, it ain't just women in general or black women. It's a whole bunch of men out here saying the same. I do this. I jump in. Y'all cowards. Y'all this, y'all that. I'm going to show y'all some content in a little bit, but we're going to keep talking first. The reason that I'm kind of feeling the way I'm feeling is because I had the pleasure and displeasure of viewing my daddy body earlier today. And it make you think about reality. It put things in perspective because we all, even if you already know, sometimes you still need a refresher. Kind of bring things back in perspective. I want to say that I think Hollywood did a number on all of us. You can sit around and watch John Wick all damn day. You can watch Terminator, and you can watch all the cool shit you want to watch. Guess what, baby? Them shits is movies. Where it's 5 people around you and they all stand back like this and they just wait one at a time. But that shit's Hollywood. Folk ain't toe-to-toeing you no more. They waiting for your ass at a red light. Or they waiting for you to turn your back and walk to your car. I'm trying to be respectful because I understand the sentiment behind how some people feel, but I am between disappointed, overwhelmed, and like, damn, it's really people out here who feel like this. I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to say. Big Rooster, what? Before I move, ask another question to go forward with what you just said. After what you lived through with your heart in the right place, what's your position now, and what would be your recommendation before people intervene or interject themselves in either a DV situation or just a good old out in public situation? what would your opinion be?
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. You don't know if you want to intervene or if you don't want to intervene. You know what I'm saying? The you know the calling the winning walk with Christina said, "I'll call the police." That's something that women will do. Men, we may not think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you call the police now, and it's sad to say this, but it's reality. Once you call the
Yeah.
police now, you become an eyewitness. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Come on, come on.
And now you gotta if this thing goes to court, say it goes to court, now you gotta your name is on that affidavit. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, excuse me.
This
Yes,
person
sir.
sitting, if he or she goes to the pen, they got your name on
Yes.
the affidavit, and they can show that to
On,
everybody.
come on, bro.
This certain person. So I don't know if it's a hard one, because I've seen, even to go back further than that, I've seen, I've seen firsthand the violence with my mom as well, with her second husband.
Right,
And
right.
I was a kid then. And man, I was like 10 years old. Eight what she was with him from the time I was about 6 till the time I was about 11. Uh and I've seen her go through this multiple times and end up right back with this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh I remember a morning waking up. Well, I remember him leaving, going to San Diego. I got woke up. We one morning we on a
Mm-hmm.
plane on our way to San Diego. Now I'm thinking this was done with.
Yeah.
He had been gone for a couple months, so I'm
Right.
happy. I'm a happy kid again. You know what I'm saying? And then we end up in San Diego with this dude. You know what I'm saying? He's still abusive and everything. You know what I'm saying? Same, ain't nothing changed. Then we when I get woke up another morning 5 or 6 months later, and we on our way to
Mm-hmm.
Texas. That's how I end up living in Texas, right?
Right.
You know, we 3 months in. Guess who show up at the door with his bags? You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So
Yeah.
you know, at this time I'm a little older. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I still can't whoop this dude or nothing, but I can dang sure stand up and say something to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only thing got him away was he thought he could do what he did in California to my mom in Texas. But
Right.
he was around all her brothers one night and tried
Mm-hmm.
to get a little raunchy, and one of my uncles tried to choke the life out of that dude. When I tell you, man, that dude
Rightfully
came
so.
home, packed his bags, and left.
Yeah.
That was probably one
Yeah.
of the happiest days of my life. So,
Right.
but
Right.
just to say, just to watch it, you know what I'm saying? What do you do? Because at the end of the day, you can do all you want to, but they still gonna in this situation I'm talking, they gonna still be back together in a family member situation. I
Mm-hmm.
watched my sister go through it, and I'm telling her, I you want me to do something about it, but then the next day, you done forgot everything he done did to you for however many, what I'm saying, years. Y'all,
Yeah.
so why you want me to get involved in something and then you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's a catch-22 either way you go. What's up, Good Eats Homestead? Darth X, Grammy's Journal. Anybody else who done tipped off in here? And that's the thing too. And these are two. And I'm glad you said that, bro, because it's difficult enough if you are just if you family, right? If
Right.
you related, it's complicated and difficult enough. What's up, Blue Lotus Vibes by Janita McLean? Um, welcome in, Mama Nita. It's hard enough if you are family, but when it comes to persons or people that you don't know personally, Broke put a comment up in her earlier. He said, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, because you could be ready to squabble and with somebody, and the person you defending could have been in the wrong, and this and that. And it's like those are real possibilities. But I'm hearing I'm hearing commentary, and some of these people mean this. Some of these people mean this from the bottom of their heart. You ain't no real man if XYZ. You ain't no real man. I grew up in a time when men did this and men did that. Well, yeah, hell, it was a time for a lot of shit. Gas used to be 97 cents a gallon. Milk used to be a dollar 20. You know, I mean, like, times have changed. People out here shooting at each other. People ain't knuckling up like how they used to no more. Everybody got them things
Yes,
and
sir.
they using them. So I'm overwhelmed by the sheer amount of men being called cowards, or men and women, people in general, by their lack of insertion in situations that they may not be fully privy to, or appreciate that, Tay Weezy. Appreciate that, bro. By the way, speaking of Tay Weezy, Big Rooster, I want to get into this while you got time, and I'm probably gonna play it more than one time, and I'm gonna
Well,
drop this
hold
link.
on, before you do, because
Go ahead.
I want to tell you a little situation. So I knew growing up, I knew this. I grew up, in the hood. I knew this
Mhm.
pimp dude, right?
Yeah.
And they had we all looked up to this dude. You know what I'm saying? And so one day we at the arcade, he pulled up one of his hoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get to arguing, and they playing cat and mouse around the car, right?
Uh-huh.
First he had all choked up and everything, but she slipped out of that and started running from you. So they playing cat and mouse around the car. This one dude decided to intervene, right? And the pimp picked up a bottle, bust him upside the head, damn near killed him. So
Damn.
we had to, we didn't want to intervene with that, but we had to pull dude out of that whole situation. You see what I'm saying? We didn't intervene with
Yeah.
with what was going on. We just pulled the dude because he lay on the ground leaking. We had to pull him out
Right.
of that situation. Hey man, you need to.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
you see what happened to you, and man,
Mm-hmm.
just you never know what's gonna happen. Trying to
Yeah.
so you know.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, Grace Gines, but the subject is do innocent male bystanders intervene? You know what I'm saying? You never know what that man could be whooping a woman, but he could have a pistol on him. You intervene. I'll give you another little scenario. I know a young dude. He's picking his
What's
girlfriend
up,
up
E Money?
at the BART station, right? And he says girlfriend got to the car, and he see her as she's walking to the car. He sees her conversing with some dude, right, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Oh, who was that?" And she was like, "I don't know, some motherfucker calling me all kind of B's and H's because I wouldn't give him my phone number." So he
Mm-hmm.
jump out the car, right? And he walk up to the dude and ask the dude, "Hey man, so you think it's cool to be calling women B's and H's because they don't give you the phone number and this and that?" So he said the dude jump up. He said, but by the time the dude jumped up, he had then whipped out and put his pistol in his face. Now
Yeah.
everybody at the bus stop is asking the dude who was calling the girl all kind of B's and H's, like they saying, "Ooh, what you gonna do?" And I'm saying to myself, what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to back down,
Right.
live to see another day. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
it's just you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Never know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all ain't never lived through it, I done had, and I'll never forget, it was my left temple. I done had a gun to my head before, being nudged in the head hard. with the hammer pulled back.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I didn't have a gun pulled on me. I'd have been shot at and everything, Jay.
I don't same, and it ain't fun, and that's why I don't understand these people with this strong. Even though I'm trying to understand it for the sake of being a fair person, I don't understand these. I will, or I'll do this, or these couch quarterbacks like, and I'm thinking, man, what? And it makes some of the stuff I've seen recently has made me want to ask people. And again, if it's gonna be unproductive, I would never get in some of these lives I've seen and some of these conversations, some of the articles being written. I would never add, but it made me want to add. When was the last time you was actually in a fist fight?
Yes.
When was the last time you was actually in a fist fight or tussling or on the ground rolling and actually grappling, doing choke moves? When was the last time you physically put your hands on another human being with complete and total aggression and harm
Right.
in mind?
Right.
If you ain't ready for that, when
Exactly.
you when you say stop or do this or do that, that's what you have to be ready for. And I don't think a whole lot of it's easier and quicker to talk than it is to really have your mind wrapped around surviving the situation you putting yourself in my opinion. In my
Right.
opinion.
Right. Right.
And Miss Grace Gines, I don't think you wrong for saying that. You didn't
Right.
have to
I
believe
don't think
that.
she's wrong for saying it either. I was just trying to touch bases on it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I,
you good.
I
You
think she's
good.
totally right. She's totally right. It is a man is a coward for saying unless he
Because
defending himself.
unless
If,
and that's what I
yeah,
was
if
gonna
he
say.
defending himself, then that's a different scenario. But if he just out whooping chicks, yeah, oh yeah, that ain't cool.
That
That
ain't
ain't
cool at
cool at
all.
all. Great Grace Guys. You
We
know what I'm saying?
typically bigger and we typically stronger. So unless we in the process of defending ourselves, that is cowardly to me. My thing is I'm just having trouble processing the thought process of you ain't ish, you ain't no real man unless you insert yourself in every quarrel you see, or if you see a woman. Now, and I think, and I'm trying to be fair with this because I think that some people um are really living on a memory, especially in my age group and older. They living on what once was, the way things used to be, the way people used to interact with one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Big Rooster. I know you ain't got a whole lot of time. What's up, Nikki? The everyday life of an OCD is chick. Eloc Nation, welcome in, my sister. Welcome in. Um, uh, before I play this content, I gotta I gotta say this. Once again, shout out to somebody who has impressed me in their younger years and their later years. And I know he done did some. And the irony of it is, Mike Tyson went down for all the stuff that went on between him and Robin Givens and all of this stuff. But I'm gonna say this: one of his sayings is, "Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the mouth, and all that shit go out the window. Survival instincts kick in."
I'm
We
a, I'm gonna put it one step further, Jay.
go
Like,
for it.
it's this one rapper. His name is Problem. He say everybody won't beef until they get served a slab.
Oh, come on, bro. It's real
Yes,
out
sir.
here. It's real out, man. It's so real. The hope and this something. I'm glad you said that, Big Rooster, because you brought me back a little bit before I play this. I want folks to understand what I don't see a lot of in the world, which is why lives like this exist for me. As long as I got a platform to do them from, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to be that reason in the middle, that balance, that person that try to make sense, at least from my point of view and my perspective, and be fair about it. Cause everybody done picked a side and pick teams, and I'm sitting up here looking like, hey, what's up, Urban? Welcome in, sister. How you doing? How you doing? I'm sitting in here looking, and it's people who really going after people, man. It's people being called some horrible things because they saying, both men and women now. It ain't just men, it's primarily men, but men and women who saying, I got a family I want to get home to. I got a wife, or I got a husband, or I got kids, or I got this and I got that. And I know nostalgia kicks in and people want to talk about back in the day and this and that and yada yada. We are in 2023, damn near in 2024. My home state, everybody can carry a damn weapon concealed. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. My home state, everybody can carry a weapon concealed. I understand the emotional ties to the past, and I understand what once was and what all the John Waynes of the world, and I remember all the Clint Eastwoods of the world and the Jim Browns, and now real men, real men. Shit sound good. I want to see my wife.
That's right.
I want to see my wife. And if that makes me a coward in your eyes, okay. I'm at peace with that.
Well,
I'm at peace with that. I'm okay with that. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'll say it like this, Jay. Let's just think. You know, they say the most dangerous call for a peace officer is going to a domestic violence
Domestic
situation.
violence. Come on, Rue. Come on, bro.
Man, you know how many cops have gotten killed just going in there trying to break up a domestic violence fight?
Come
You know
on,
what I'm
man.
saying? So just
You know,
think, and they carrying weapons with them. You know what I'm saying?
bro, crimes of passion are a thing for a reason. That is actually legitimately with. I can't think of one state now. The parameters vary from state to state, but crimes of passion exist within all states, to my knowledge, in every penal code, whether it's a parish, county, whatever jurisdiction you live in. Because when people who are in love, whether it's a toxic love or whether it's a healthy love, when two folks who in love with each other or in hate with each other fighting and you insert yourself, you just walked into a damn tornado.
Yep. Yep.
Growing what I eat. Welcome in, bro. Thank you for that. I'm gonna get you right in a minute. Fat guy with guns, my brother Zach. Welcome in. You better get in here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You better get in here.
It's crazy, Jay. We just think of that whole scenario there. You a cop carrying a revolver or semi-automatic,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
walk into a situation thinking you can defuse it, and you get
Shit.
killed. And you want to call everybody on the streets cowards because they don't want to do nothing. Because they walking into the unknown element as well. You know what I'm saying? You never know
Exactly.
what. You know, I've seen, hey Jay, real talk, real life too. I've seen people try to help a woman from getting her ass kicked, and the woman turn around on them and help the dude kick their ass.
I've seen it in real life, baby.
I've seen that in real life, Jay.
I didn't reach the point where I'm at by happenstance. It just didn't happen overnight. And with you saying that, Rooster, and I'm glad Zach in here, fat guy with guns, because check this out, y'all. Some of the people who you would think would, I'm gonna say it like this. Some of the least likely people to insert themselves, they may step off to the side. They may step off to the side and call law enforcement. They may go dial 911. A whole lot of your 2A people, because they know they can defend themselves in a situation like that, those are people who want to stay away the least. And it's a whole bunch of people who ain't 2A. They just happen to have that thing on them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to get in that shit neither.
Mm-hmm.
And it blows my mind some of the vitriol and some of the hate that's being spilled about what a man is and ain't no more, when all he's saying, or woman, because it's going in both directions, all I want to do is get back to my family. All I want to do is go back to the same house that I left this morning. Rooster, I want to play this. I want to play this, and
real
we're
fast,
gonna talk.
real
Go
fast
ahead.
when you play it, but look at the winning walk with Christina's situation. That was the same situation I was in, Christina, but I ended up getting stabbed twice.
Oh, I see. This right here? This one?
Yep.
Okay. The Winter Walk with Christina said, my husband intervened to protect his sister, and his sister was like, leave him alone. I love him. He never did it again.
Exactly, Jay, and that's hard to do, to turn your back on a family member, but you know what's gonna happen. You you see what I'm saying? That's, hey man, that dude kicked my cousin's ass for years after that. I never went over there again, Jay.
It's a
Kicked
hard
her,
spot to be in, bro.
kicked her ass until she damn near till she died. I
Damn.
never got in that situation again because I wasn't getting stabbed in the back again for her to
Right,
go and just lay back up with this dude.
right,
No,
right.
no.
And who could be mad at you for that, man? And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand the hate. Y'all, we as human beings in general, as all the different communities, because I'm over that shit just saying everything just in our community bullshit. Everybody is going through what we talking about right now in their own communities. Black folk out here, quit owning that shit. Quit saying that, oh, it's just us. It's just us. Baby, I'm going to tell you something. The whole damn planet watch black folks, black Americans primarily. The
Mm-hmm.
whole damn world watch us. They know our slang. It get put in
Yep,
Hollywood movies. They know
yep,
how we dress. They put it
yep.
in Hollywood. When the last time your ass been sitting in America and you seen how a Nigerian dress or a Cambodian dress or
Right.
somebody up in over in Russia dress? Like, no, it's all about America and black Americans primarily. We got, like, I bet you could name me one country you can't go to and as a black man, because I've been to several of them. And I done had people in, like, instead of walking up to me shaking my hand, they'd be like, yo, brother, I'm bitch, where you don't watch Rush Hour, ain't you?
Right,
You
right,
watch Rush Hour, didn't you?
right,
So
right.
the reason that we feel that way and like ain't nobody else going through it is because everybody watch us. But as American, you have the luxury of not having to know or give a damn about nobody else, their language, or what they going through. You might be sitting in the salon, in the nail shop, getting you a mani-pedi, and you think they talking bad about you. Maybe they are, maybe they not. But what they might be doing is talking about how somebody got their ass beat last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you think they talking about you. You taking it personal. And they up here having a whole nother conversation talking about they going through the same shit we going through. So let's stop owning unfortunate circumstances and situations being solely on black people and black Americans. What's up, Christina? No, Precious Pieces and Urban says. So let me get to this before I go to this content. Hey, everybody who came in, thank y'all for being here. If you ain't said this out, if you ain't shared this live out, please share this out. It's a conversation with Big Rooster. R.I.P. my pops. I love you, bro. I love you. I I'll talk about that later. I ain't gonna get back into this shit. When someone is ready to leave, you will know. Until then, stay out of it. You just putting yourself at risk. I agree, my sister. I agree. That's just me, but I agree. And before I play this, I'm gonna put Brewster, don't let me forget to go back and thank Growing What I Eat for that love he showed
Gotcha.
earlier.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fat Guy with Guns is what I want everybody to keep in mind before I roll this clip, before I roll this content. And I'm going to stop along the way and we're going to talk along the way. And when I get back, I'm going to drop the link. Fat Guy with Guns, my brother Zach, said the most important thing is to get back home. With that being said, let's get it.
Real talk.
Investigation. Police are still trying to piece a lot of things together themselves, but the family has questions relating to how can something like this happen when their daughter tried to do the right thing.
She led with her heart. She would give you the shirt off of her back. She was always helping people.
LaDonna Kim says that's exactly what her daughter was doing when her life was stolen from her over the Labor Day weekend. Family members say 27-year-old Donna Wilbert was gunned down at Hollywood Coney Island on Detroit's west side early Sunday morning, not long after she tried to break up a fight.
We had to even tell her, like, you can't pull over in your car when you by yourself because you see somebody on the road and they need help.
Did y'all hear that part? Big Rooster, did you hear it? If you heard it, I hope everybody else heard it. She was doing what?
Trying to help somebody else.
I'm going to take it back for good measure. I'm going to take it back just a pinch. We're going to run that again. Just.
7-year-old Donna Wilbert was gunned down at Hollywood Coney Island on Detroit's west side early Sunday morning, not long after she tried to break up a fight.
We had to even tell her, like, you can't pull over in your car when you by yourself because you see somebody on the road and they need help because it's dangerous out there. But she was kind of like the type of person that would have to, like, try or see for herself.
It started with Donna and her girlfriends having a fun night out. They went to the Coney Island for a bite to eat when an argument developed between two men and a woman, according to sources.
She just wanted everybody to go.
What's up, Miss Queen T is in the building. How you doing, my sister? Welcome in. Between two men and a woman. I don't know. I ain't got to get on here and lie. I don't get on here and lie because I hate when I see other people that I think lying. I'll never lie for clout. I'll never lie for clicks. I'll never lie for view. I don't give a damn about none of that. I try to bring the truth, an honest perspective, and something to think about. Tay Weezy, I know that's in your neighborhood. I'm going to drop the link. And Tay Weezy, if you want to come up and talk about it, if you got more detail and know some more in depth, I would love to hear from you, my brother, somebody who actually in that area that might have more insight than I got well the hell over here in Africa. But two men and a woman. And this young sister, this 20s, I lost a cousin year before last, 27 years old. My old ass sitting over here realizing how young 27 really is. For any 27-year-olds that come watch this later or listen to this later on, you might be grown, you might feel grown, you might have goals that you feel like, oh, I'm 3 years away from 30. I need to be here. Baby, you so damn young. You so young and got so much life to live. That's why I don't take it personal, but I damn near get offended when there's people out here just saying this and saying that and making money off of how black men ain't shit because we don't just jump into everything that we see happen every damn day, everywhere we go. My God, man.
Monday morning quarterbacks.
It's bad, Rooster. It's bad, bro. And I'm not downplaying anybody's real emotions and feelings. If you feel like that's what you would do in that situation, more power to you. I'm not mad at you because somebody needs to. I have a wife. I have sisters. I have nieces. I have women in my life mother-in-laws, R.I.P. mama. Mm-hmm. Women that I love that I would hope somebody, if they feel so inclined, would insert themselves in a situation and be there for my wife or my mother or any woman I love. But what I'm not going to do is try to find out who all was there and why they didn't do shit. Why you didn't do nothing.
Right.
Why you didn't say something. Whatever. Like, bruh. Rooster, it's like the world damn near ain't even real no more. This shit ain't real. We live in a matrix, bro. Let's listen to some more of this shit because it's heartbreaking. Let's get it. We're gonna talk about it on the other side.
And get home. And I'm very sure in my thoughts of knowing that she wanted to get home. I guess the guy followed her out and she was able to get herself out of the restaurant and she was shot in the parking lot.
Although we couldn't actually touch her when we went to go view her based upon the circumstance, she even had a smile on her face. as we had to observe her in her last state.
She was doing the right thing, and that's what angers me.
Detroit activist Pastor Mo works with.
I got to stop right there for something else. For another reason. And Rooster, I want to hear what you think too. For all these people out here woofing big shit about, I go to jail, I do this, I do that, and I do this. If you don't know about this story because it's just kind of now coming out, are you going to cash out that family? Are you going to support them 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? Or will she just become a hashtag and a memory like most shit does in a week and a half every day?
Well, my thing is, did you hear the pain in both parents' voice?
Baby, come on, you a parent.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the pain. Just the pain alone. I couldn't even fathom that. You know what I'm saying? Just you the mother, then you got to stand up in front of a camera and talk and to try and get through to all the rest of the world that, hey, things like this shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Things like this just shouldn't happen. Man, I couldn't even fathom. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Just to listen to that, man. It's because most of us all have children, and these are the phone calls that we don't want to get.
You never want that.
You don't want to get this phone call. Parents aren't supposed to bury their children. Children are supposed to bury their parents.
Facts. In a perfect world, and if things fall in proper order. Hey, welcome in, Panama City. How you doing, Miss Lee? Welcome in. As Tay Weezy said, you better get in here and enjoy yourself. For real. Even though it's somewhat of a heavy topic, I want you to get in here and I'm gonna drop the link in a minute and we're gonna talk about it. Anybody is welcome to come up. We ain't gotta agree, but as long as everybody respectful, it's all gravity. It is what it is. I just the whole thought of a parent living through that, and I'm hearing people be shamed. I've heard men being shamed for saying, I want to make it back home to my family. And I've heard women be shamed for saying, I'm not finna tell my child to get out there and insert themselves in something that they don't feel comfortable stepping into. And that blows my mind. These Hollywood and over whatever heroics and shit, bruh. You know how many times I man, it's been so many times in my life. The thought of seeing my wife again is what kept me going. And I wondered if it was gonna really go that way.
Crazy, Jay. That's crazy.
And there are bruh, and let's get back into it. We're gonna talk about more of this on the other side.
Many community groups teaching de-escalation techniques to quash beefs before they ever can turn violent. He offered this advice for safe conflict resolution.
Make sure you're in a lighted area. Read body language. Look and see if they're reaching. Look and see if there's anything poking out their waist. Look at their type of demeanor. If this is the kind of person like they would have a weapon. If this is a working class person who maybe got on work clothes, you might get reason with them. There's somebody with a hoodie on. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but there's somebody who looks like they could be dangerous, menacing, or just don't care. Be careful how you approach somebody who could be having a mental breakdown.
Meantime, Donnae's family is determined to make sure her legacy lives on.
I just want whoever did this to know they took away such a bright light that shined on so many different people. Everybody that she ever talked to.
I'm gonna stop right here.
No, I wanted you to stop that just right after what the preacher said, Jay. Just think about this.
Hey, Sassy, what's going on, bro? My sister, welcome in. Food by Faith, Garden the Table, welcome in. Go ahead, Rooster. Go ahead.
Just think about what that man said. He said, be in a well-lit area. Read people. How many How many of us at a young age, out having fun, are trying to read people's body language, or we out here to have fun. We're not here to analyze what the next person is doing, or you know what I'm saying. We shouldn't have to live like that to whereas we got to analyze everybody in the room.
Exactly.
It,
Exactly.
you know, we should be. We want to go have pure, unadulterated fun,
Right.
and make it back home so that we can have these memories to talk about when we get old. That's the
Hey, but
crazy
Ruth,
thing. I don't want to have to walk into a room and read every single person in the room, but that's the way society has become, and it's a shame.
yes.
And how many? Now listen, it's
I'm gonna
just
go
like
back to a comment. Go ahead. Go keep talking. I'm
it's
gonna
just
talk
like
about it.
it's just like you that ain't what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? That's not what I'm trained to do. We train in life. We train basically to grow up, get a job, work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully get rich
Mm-hmm.
off our own or make somebody else rich, but live comfortably doing so. We don't have we shouldn't have to. Yeah. Grace Guy
Yeah.
said it best. You know what I'm saying?
She said, yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know, we should not be desensitized to watching
Right,
people be hurt.
right,
Shout out Grace
right,
Gines. I saw
right.
when she put that up there, and I was
I
gonna
saw
go
it
back
too.
to it after we finished. But you know what, man? See, this the thing. In a perfect world, we wouldn't have to, and I
Right,
think that's why this transition is so hard for everybody because you don't want stuff to be a certain way, but at a certain point, you have to accept and acknowledge what it. I put it like this: nobody wants cancer, right?
right,
Nobody wants cancer. But if you come down with a diagnosis, once you understand and accept the fact that you do have this cancer in your in your body, in your society, or whatever, you have to figure out how to eradicate it. Now, the difference between you're an individual, you have cancer cells in your body. You personally can decide what remedies you want to utilize in order to disseminate an effective cure. But when we talking about society, you talking about tens of millions of people trying to come together to decide what an effective cure is. That's where shit get dangerous. So, baby, this is just the beginning. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna read this again. Miss Grace Gine said we should not be desensitized to watching people get hurt. But unfortunately, Miss Grace Gines, we passed that point.
right,
We are.
right.
It's people who shoot us. That's proud shooters. It's people who do you understand where we really and I don't mean you, I'm saying you as a euphemism, Miss Grace. I'm talking to everybody right now. Do you understand that there are people who will go out and murk somebody and put that shit on Instagram knowing good and damn well whatever local PD got a cyber unit that's gonna see that shit? And it don't bother them at all. I need a part of this live, and I'm so grateful that Big Rooster doing this with me. Is not just to make a point to say that, oh well, this is what real men did back in the day. Real men did a lot of shit. Real men had a other family on the side of the town. If we're gonna talk about nostalgia and what real men used to do back in the day, let's talk about all of it. Real men came with a whole bunch of perks that don't exist no more. Real men did this. Real women did that, according to some. We living in a world where the only way we gonna survive is if we accept the world we living in, and you can't change something unless you accept where you at. I can't walk 5 miles down the road if I already think I'm 5 miles down the road. I gotta know that I'm not 5 miles down the road so I know where I want to go. And then all the hate that's coming with it, all the vitriol, all the black women ain't ish and black men ain't ish and people ain't ish or just women ain't ish or just men ain't, like, this is crazy. It's crazy and it's breaking my heart, man. We
Yeah,
didn't do Friday faves today because of what I stated earlier, everything that's going on with the family. But after I talked to my sister and my cousin earlier, and I know my pop's being laid to rest tomorrow. I just felt compelled to, unregrettably. I felt compelled to, and I got some more stuff to say. I ain't gonna belabor the point. Let's get back into it, Rue. Let's get back into it, bro.
We'll remember her because of just her great shine. Just her personality was amazing, and she was amazing.
And no known arrests have been made. Police are still investigating, and they ask anyone with any information, anyone who may have seen something, no matter how small of a detail, to call Detroit police. We're live at the 8th Precinct. Dave Kinchin on the Edge.
Yeah, Dave, it seems so tragic when she was walking away in the parking lot, nearly free of this situation, to have it take.
It's basically over. It's basically over, but that last part right there, the situation was basically over.
Hey, Jay.
Hold on real quick, bro.
Okay,
Hold on real quick. She intervened. She tried to break up a fight. She did her part, right? She thought it was over. She might have even got her food after that. Walking to her car thinking it's over. But what I don't hear people who sitting up here talking shit about what real men and real women is, talk about this part right here. And nobody, the news didn't say it. I ain't heard nobody else say it. You don't know the level to which she interjected herself. All they said was she tried to break it up. It might not have been calling the police. It might not have been throwing hands. It might have been saying, hey, you calm down. Yep. Hey, you calm down. That might have been all it took for dude to follow her to the car and take her life. But people up here swearing up and down what they will and won't do in that situation. But ain't nobody talking. Go ahead, bro.
No, I just want you to just rewind back to her picture real fast that they were just showing.
For sure. Hold on. That's one of them. Yeah.
That's the mother. I'm talking about to the young lady. And you can use that one right there. Just think, okay. This is your beautiful daughter. You see how thin she is. Like you say, we don't know to what extent she interjected herself into the situation, but just think, she's just trying to break up a fight.
That's it.
She has no clue in her mind what's about to happen. She just saw something and said, hey, maybe I don't know if she got physical with him or if she didn't, but just think, she just, whatever it was, she wanted it to stop.
That's it.
That's all she wanted. And to take a life as such, this young lady had a whole life ahead of her.
27, bro. 27.
Now this whole dream is taken away because some dude has a pistol in his pocket. And he felt like he had to use it on a young lady. I mean, that don't make a bit of sense.
At all, bro. At all.
Just, it's sad, Jay. That's sad.
It's sad. It's real sad. And what's even sadder is the lack of understanding from all the people that I hear and see that share the sentiment that, well, real people do this and real people. I don't know if those ideologies are stemming from the past and what once was. But I'm old country boy. I ain't the smartest cat on the planet, bro. But what I am saying, I know that in my home country, folk getting shot up in grocery stores, folk getting shot up in the church house, folk getting shot up going to school, folk getting shot up at red lights because they might have accidentally cut somebody off.
Come on,
and
Jay,
you got a whole group of people out here saying that well, real people do this. Real people do. Baby, sometimes folk want to go home and see their mama and their daddy. Sometimes people want to see their husband or their wife. And every parent on the planet want to see their child walk through the damn door. What is wrong with people with this hateful whole, like, man, this shit wild, dog. This I don't understand. I do not understand. I'm trying to. And that's why I ain't coming at nobody sideways. I really think that people mean, I believe some people, Rooster, really think that if it all go down, they gonna do this, that, and the third. Baby, when the shit get real and your adrenaline flowing and your heart beating, you be, again, I've said this before and I said it again, some people who think they ain't got it in them gonna surprise themselves, and some of the people who got it all figured out, you gonna nut up. You gonna nut up when it get real.
Hey Jay, you said it best. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody want it until they get hit in the mouth.
Shit, come on, man. Come on.
You know?
For real.
And it's a whole different scenario.
Hey, the link is in the chat for anybody who wanna even if you don't agree with me. Even if you don't, I'm open to it.
Having a fun night out. They went to the Coney Island for a bite to eat when an argument developed between two.
Let me get back over here.
That's very critical in all of this.
Yeah, and hopefully some tips come in. Thank you for that.
Have some surveillance video from.
Hold on.
It seems so tragic when she was walking away in the parking lot, nearly free of this situation, to have it take such a turn.
So listen to that.
Yeah, that's right. And police do have some surveillance video from the actual restaurant. We did talk with the owner of the restaurant. So he said police are looking at that video, trying to get more information. So hopefully some leads will come from that. That's very critical in all of this.
Yeah, and hopefully some tips come in. Thank you for that report as well.
Well, we know the family's absolutely devastated, but they have so many.
That's it. That's it.
Listen to that, Jay.
What's up, Darth X? Welcome in, DJ Ron.
When they say
Go ahead, bro.
They were saying that she thought she was free and clear of the whole incident, walking away.
Yeah.
This happened. That lets me know, and everybody else, that somebody know who did this. Somebody know exactly who did this.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me see you back there, bro. If you did, my bad. I was looking away. Just let me see you real quick. I can bring you up. And, you know, okay, you good. You good, fam. You good. Welcome in, VP. What's good, family? What's going on?
What's going on, family? Once again, bro, what's going on with you, Big Rooster? How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, you know.
I know. Dude, why are you hitting him in the head, Hammer?
Hey, I'm just trying to bring some content, bro. Oh, by the way, y'all can catch Vision Live. Check out Vision Live from go ahead, bro.
You know, I got kids, and my daughter is 4'11", in her 30s, and got a mouth like she's probably 69. Okay. I told her, I said, look, there comes a point in time where your opinion don't need to count. Close your mouth, because you got babies at home. You can no longer think of yourself. You got to think of them. And everything you do affects them. You know, I feel for the family that lost this baby. But just because you may be trying to do right, don't mean you got to do right. If you understand what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, bro, and I'm glad you raised that point, because this is important, and I'm glad you said that. I was going look here, man. I don't want nobody to get this confused. I'm under no circumstances am I saying don't ever interject yourself I'm not saying don't ever help nobody. I'm
Right.
saying you have the right to make a decision in the moment on whether you want to or not. You can watch folks online debate, and you can listen to a whole bunch of people in real life or online say a whole bunch of stuff. Who gonna help pay for your funeral services? Who gonna help you do it? It's okay. Like Vision just said, you got a family at home, you got kids to think about. Don't let nobody put no battery in your back to the point where you just running out with a cape on and ain't thinking twice about what you finna do. Cause a true story that a whole bunch of people don't want to hear. There are the few that's still living in 2023. It's a whole bunch of people from the late 50s all through the 60s up to the mid 70s who has been in prison for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and you ain't never heard their name. Why did I say that? I'm not saying don't be a hero. I'm not saying don't step in. I'm not saying don't intervene. But you really got to think about the impact of your intervention. That's it. That's it. Y'all go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Y'all jump back in here. Oh, I can't hear nobody. Y'all still? Can y'all hear me?
I'm here, Jay. I had to step away for a second. Hey,
No,
but
you
look,
good.
I got to get back to the job, so
I
I'm
know, bro. Hey,
you
thank
know,
you for coming in. Thank you
hey,
for
it's
coming
all
in,
good,
man.
man. Great topic, man.
Yeah, I know it's great. Thank you for sharing your story, bro. I appreciate you, Big Rooster. Thank you,
It's all
fam.
good.
Thank you. Thank
Okay, man. I'll see
you. Yeah.
y'all a little later.
All right. Take it easy. And I think Vision kind of moving and shaking, so I don't know if he lost his signal or what. Okay, yeah, we lost Vision too. So now y'all just stuck with me. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna put it in here one more again. And I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. I just want to talk about this. I just want to get it while the getting was good. Shout out to Big Rooster. Appreciate you coming up. I can get back to some of these comments. TLC in the Garden says somebody always know who did it, but the culture says nothing. No nothing. That is another hell of a circumstance and situation for us, man. It is TLC. You spot on. You spot on. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. And it's amazing how you can see the differentiation between if you good, bro, you good. If you in the burbs, if you in the suburbs or in a rural area, in most places, people will hell, they'll call the police before your ass can even blink twice. Before you pull, I got plates and everything. But in the hood, folks don't talk like that. And I understand why. I'm not gonna act like I don't understand why they don't either. But they just move different. And it's something I don't know how to fix, boy. Sometimes I look at the world, I shake my head, and all I say, dear God, all I'm doing is passing through. Give me strength to make it better where I can. Cause I damn sure can't fix it. Vision, you back with me, bro?
Yeah, I'm back, bro. Sorry, I'm driving to go get my son and went through a bad spot.
Oh, you good. You good, family. Go ahead, continue your thoughts.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna
but
get go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was just gonna say, just like my dad used to always tell me, just because you can, don't mean you should.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And every person on this planet, every day we wake up, you got two things in front of you, and that's chances and choices.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want another chance, you got to make the right choice.
Yeah.
Because the bottom line is, I'm coming home every night to my family.
Yeah. 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 And It's so unfortunate, man. It's so unfortunate that we are in the state that we in, and we got somebody who we can talk about a little even more in depth. I got a prepper and a 2A up here, so y'all know this gonna be good. Um, First off, I want to welcome. We got my brother. We got my brother Vince Preparedness up here, and then we got my brother Zach up here. Somebody who 2A strong. I want to.
What's going on, Zach?
What's going on, man?
As you state how you feel about everything we're talking about so far, maybe you can help me with this too. Am I off? Am I off or far off by assuming that people who carry are outside of Texas? Because that's a whole different beast right there. That's a whole nother monster. But people who carry in like a state like your state or the way things used to be 3-5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
are the least reluctant people to engage, but they will inform. They almost move like security officers. You observe, you inform, and if it's imminent, then you engage. But talk about all of it, bro.
That depends on the person, because you get some people and they get gun muscles. Same way you get
Well, yeah,
gun
yeah,
muscles.
Yep,
And
that's true.
yeah, that happens too. That happens too.
you start to, the more you get into it, you understand what your capabilities are. You know, being a man who was into his self-defense and into other things and taking care of, I understand that I carry a firearm just in case. It's not because I'm looking to do anything. It's because just in case. So in that just in case scenario, I don't want to really put myself into a situation where you would say a person is unarmed. If there's two people that are unarmed and I put myself in a situation, everybody's armed at that point. Because I don't know if they're going to knock me out and take my pistol and something's going to happen. So,
Right.
the thing to do is to observe and report. Now, I can't say that in every situation you shouldn't interject. There may be some situation where you need to.
Right.
It just is. And, because I have those conversations with my son. He's a young man, but I let him know, sometimes there is a price to pay for being honorable. And it could be you might pay that price with your life.
That's right.
It's possible that could be it. You have to decide if that's what you want to do. But for myself, I don't have to speak for me. Like I said, the most important thing is to get back home. I'm not a hero. I'm a guy who wants to protect himself, protect his family, protect his friends, his loved ones. And for me to put myself in a situation where I just may not go home, nah, that's not for me. It's more important for me to be here. It's more important for me to be here for my people. It just
Absolutely.
is. And how anybody takes that, it's just on you. I gotta get home. That's how I look. I gotta get home.
And Zach, and that's my biggest point in all of this. That's my biggest point in all. Before I digress anymore, let me get growing what I eat. Thank you, brother. Let me get you right. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Much love to you, fam. Thank you for that. So, with everything you just said, that's the part that's perplexing me.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that is such a large contingency who feel like that shouldn't even be an option. Like if you don't go gung ho in every one of them, then you ain't a real man or a real woman. And I stand in the position that I'm again. I said it earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not with my wife 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope in my absence that there would be somebody, man or woman, if she's in a compromising situation, who would be there to defend and or support her, right? But at the same time, I'm not finna aggress or be angry with or belittle or demean anybody who doesn't. And
Right.
I'm
Right.
I'm amazed with this world, dog. I'm amazed with this world that there are people who, for the last 4, 5, 6 days, just been doing live after live after live after live about how black folks ain't shit, men and women. It's crazy to me.
It's because they want to have a certain perception of themselves. They want and this is just my opinion, but they want people to see them a certain way because
For
unfortunately,
sure.
it is looked down that you're some sort of coward because you're not
Right,
willing.
Tamika.
You're not willing to give your life up for somebody. I don't subscribe to that. Honestly, for me, I think that that's ignorant. Let me go.
Right.
Let me get into a situation and I lose my life. I make X amount of money. I do a certain amount of things. A certain amount of people that depend on me. I just
Mhm.
destroyed a whole network or something, and I'm gonna say it for somebody that I don't know. Now, if I decide to
Right.
put my life on the line, that's what I decided to do. But if I decide
Right.
no, I'm
Right.
gonna preserve me because the first rule on everything is self-preservation.
Yes, it
Facts.
is.
I'm gonna preserve
Say
me.
that again.
And I don't know what's going on in this situation. It's like the young man who jumped in and was helping the young lady. This happened a little while ago. Helping a young lady because the guy was beating on her. She took the guy's gun and shot the guy who was helping her.
You remember that? You
Yes.
remember that?
I remember
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember that too.
She took the gun and shot the guy who was helping her. Now, and then people had a question about it. Well, he was going too far. He was. She took his life, and he was there helping her keep from getting her behind beat. And she
Right.
killed him.
Exactly.
There's no way for me to look at it and say, "Oh, she had a reason for it." No, he was there helping her.
Bro, and there are people out here calling grown ass men with wives and children, and in some cases grandkids, cowards because they thinking twice before they fall victim in the same way that brother did. I remember that story.
Yeah,
I remember that.
You're supposed to think about it. I got a wife, I got kids, I got grandkids, thank the Lord, my parents are still here. By the way, condolences, my brother, when you lost,
Oh,
man.
thank you. Thank you, fam. Thank you.
You got parents and stuff that are still here. You got people that you love. You got your friends who are like your brothers, and that stuff should go through your mind before you just decide. I might just decide today I'm gonna throw my life away. And you never know what's gonna happen. There's no way for you to know. Somebody could basically stab you somewhere where you don't think is a place to get stabbed is gonna kill you. You bleed out and die right there on the sidewalk.
Yes, indeed.
What are you willing to give your life up for?
Zach, did you hear Big Rooster? Big Rooster got stabbed twice. That's why I want to hear him in on this. By the way, welcome in Tamika Davis and Bayou Sugar, Precious Pieces, and Miss Grace Gine still in here with us.
And
but you know what you got in your lower back? Kidneys. You know what you got in your upper right shoulder? Lungs. Like you got
lungs.
vital organs
Yeah.
that you can bleed out through. And if you think that being stabbed is better than being shot, you better hope it's in the right place. All of these things are extremely dangerous, and I see so much. And I'm gonna say it. Y'all can agree with me or disagree with me. I'm open to hear all of it. But hey, everybody coming in, if y'all haven't, please share this live out. Hit the thumbs up.
Yes, please.
Hey man, it seemed real Hollywoody. I don't know what people think. If I'm gonna say something. If you want to know what somebody taking around to the abdomen in real life seem like, they don't just fall over into the corner and close their eyes and die right away.
Right.
People writhe in pain for 3 to 8, sometimes 10, 30 minutes, shit on themselves, think about their whole life, and then they die because they bleed out. So that's the part that Hollywood don't put in there. This is what people have to think about, man.
That's what most
people.
That's what most people
I can't
don't.
tell nobody shit.
Most people
go
don't.
ahead. Y'all go ahead.
They don't educate themselves on that. Like being a 2A person who studies ballistics and things like that, I understand that there are people who get shot 5, 6, 7, 8 times and they still keep coming after you. That's number one.
Right. That's right.
If you don't hit the right switch in the body just keep going. It's a series of switches, and if you don't hit the right one, you don't shut it off, it's gonna keep coming at you.
Right.
If they see the movie, a guy gets shot in the arm, he laid out on the ground. That ain't how that works.
With all that adrenaline going, bro.
That's why you'll see the police, they'll shoot someone, even if they're wrong, but they'll shoot them so many times, and then a person will still get up and come after you.
Yep.
It's happening. When I was first getting into guns and everything, we had a gentleman who was a police officer who was teaching us and training us about some things. He showed us a video where this happened. It was a state trooper who shot this person in the head, but this person was high, and it took time before their body realized that they were supposed to be dead.
Yes.
He fight this person up until the point to where he had to take his gun and point it into the floor because he was losing and shoot off all his rounds to try to make sure that that guy didn't get his gun and shoot him with it. I'll never forget that. He was like, he knew he was like, listen, he's getting ready to overpower me and he might kill me. And these are the things people don't think about this stuff. It's not like the movies. That's not how bullets don't work like the movies. That's not how that works.
No.
It's not. It's
right.
not. It's
exactly. And on that same thing with 2A, you know, Zach, you shoot somebody in the hip and watch what happens.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You just like bullets don't work the way people think they do.
Odom's Homestead. Welcome in.
They think you get hit,
right,
and then you just dance, and that's it. That's not how that works.
That's not how it works. And before I digress too far, we're gonna take it back and get back into this about defending or not defending. But I want to say this off of the current conversation. To me, even though I grew up around them and stuff, 25s is garbage. I don't even know if you can still find rounds for them. Some of them look real good, horrible, extremely dysfunctional. But 22, there's a situation where a 22 entered right here. It entered right here below the elbow, above the elbow. If your arm is in this position, above the elbow, traveled up, ricocheted off in here, went over, and went straight through the heart. So I'm saying that to say, would I rather move with nothing smaller than a 380? Absolutely. And of course, if I had an option. I don't know a lot about guns. I mean, Zach gonna teach me when I get back to the States, and even Vision. But if you think that something that small, that hot piece of lead can't travel through your soft flesh in unbelievable ways, you crazy as hell. Firearms are dangerous.
Yep.
People with them can be. The firearm, no, let me correct that. The firearm itself ain't gonna do nothing. You can lay it on the table for forever. It's gonna lay there. You could come back in 2065. That bitch still, sorry y'all, that pew still gonna be laying there, right?
Yep.
It's people, and whether we want to accept it or realize a lot about it or come to grips with it, people are crazy. And I'm disheartened by seeing other people tell other people to step up to other crazy ass people. And something that I can't remember if it was you, Zach, or you, Vid. No, I think it was Zach. You said something a while ago. So what is it if somebody would, man, my mind escapes me at the moment. I wish I could. I should have said something right then. Y'all go ahead. It'll come back to me.
You know, but that, like I tell my son, just because you come across the fight, don't mean you got to get in it. You don't know the whole situation.
That's right.
You don't know the whole situation. Don't be Superman, because that's only in the comics.
That's right. And people,
right,
bro.
Right. And Zach,
they want to take on the stigma of being a hero. I'm not a hero. If by chance I do something that's heroic, okay, but that's not what I don't have a gun because I want to be a hero. Like I said, it's for me. It's just in case.
And Zach, you said something important, and I meant to throw the red flag on it because I didn't want you to just skate by it. You said, I'm going home for my family and to my family. And then you said, who would you lay your life down for?
Right.
The only people I'm going to lay my life down off the jump, the rip, without even thinking about it is my family. Period.
That's right.
Toe, tat for tat.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm going to think of
what I have to do.
Right, exactly. Other than that, I'm thinking about the consequences and the repercussions. Jumping in the middle to help somebody, because I've seen and heard this is just another case. Somebody jumps in the middle, next thing you know, both of them is beating up the person that tried to help one person or another, or unlives them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, one of the things my father told me, and I always go back to this story. His sister was getting into it with her husband, and he was getting the dude was doing wrong and getting the best of her. My father jumped in to help her, and she ended up turning on my father. What you doing to him? And that's his sister.
Hey, bro.
What you doing?
It happened.
That was a lesson that I learned really early on that my father taught us. It's not about the situation could cause you to get yourself into an issue that you don't need to be in. Now it's not
right.
Like I said, in every situation, I don't believe that you should not step in. But I believe that when you do, you better make sure that you count the cost before you do.
Exactly.
No guarantee
that is the whole
that situation.
That's the whole point of this live. Now I got two preparedness gentlemen up here. I want to ask y'all something. Do y'all think and I'm gonna start with Vision, then go to Zach. This is my question. Do y'all think the current state of not only the world but the US, it's all kinds of stuff going on in Africa? I've tried to talk about it 3 or 4 times. Don't nobody really give a damn. But I know it's gonna impact the whole world, but don't nobody really care. I'm gonna keep talking about it a little bit here and there.
Right.
But do y'all think things are so far gone that people like us, people who pay attention to certain less attractive concepts and ideas, we fully aware of what's going on now? But you got folk out here who really don't get it, and it may be too much for them to absorb and process, so they really kind of got trouble with really accepting how far gone certain things is. I'm gonna start with Vision, and then because you did a live about the community, so I'm gonna start with you, and then I'm gonna go to Zach, man.
You're absolutely right, and it's going the world. There's more people that are unaware of what's getting ready to kick off and go down than there are that don't. But it's going to take people like us, and when I say us, I'm talking about real people that see the BS that they trying to play and go on. It's going to take us, unfortunately, and we may even be the minority. I don't know. I don't count the numbers, but we're going to have to stand up at some point in time and come together and deal with the BS in front of us. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough.
One way or another.
I don't disagree, sir. I don't disagree. Zach, what say you?
I mean, I agree with his opinion. And the one thing that I try not to do is to think that we just too far gone, that it's just hopeless. I think maybe that's just the optimist in me. Maybe I'm being naive or being unrealistic. But I don't think that we're just like too far gone to where everything is just gonna go to hell in the handbasket and nobody's gonna care and nobody's gonna be able to do anything. I choose not to believe that. Even if what I see points me in a direction that's to the contrary. I choose not to. Because I've seen a lot of things change over the past, let's say, 4 or 5 years. I've seen things that I never thought I would see in my lifetime. And so some things I thought were remarkable, some things I thought were unbelievable. And I think that there's still hope there. And I think there's still hope there because I'm here, you're here, Vision is here. There's other people that I know. There's always I think that thing still is alive. Like I'm saying, maybe I'm naive, but I choose not to think that. And I choose not to think that too because I got a son in the next room. I got grandbabies down in Georgia. I choose to, have some sort of hope that things can course correct.
That's right. You're right, Zach. Exactly.
I completely understand, and here's where I'm going to put both of these concepts together. While I don't disagree at all, because somebody got to have some hope, somebody got to have some faith, somebody got to see the bright side and the potential, or you never come out of chattel slavery. You never come out of bondage. If somebody, even if it's a small contingent, does not have some hope for the future. But what TLC said is why I really believe things are going to get and be a lot worse before they get it a lot better. The
Right.
masses don't care until it hits them.
It's
Now,
true.
some of the things that we are fearful over, that we watch, that we share media about, that we converse with one another about, man, it's folks out there in line right now, happy as hell to just give away all the little freedoms they got left to just say, hey, well, shit, hey, well, I can do this with this. Oh, well, that's cool. Let me like, and then you don't want to be the jerk. You don't want to be the asshole say you. So it is cool, and I like it too. But it comes with a price, right? And then when you say that to people, that's where you become everything from a conspiracy theorist to this or that, and it's like you damn near can't win.
Nobody counts up the cost, man. It's like this is a small thing, but back in the day, I used to remember every single phone number. Every single phone number.
Yep.
Right.
You asked me. I still remember my grandmother's phone number. My grandmother been dead.
Me too.
For years.
Yes.
Yeah. Phone number to the house. Yeah. But back then, when I practiced that, I could do that. Ask me some people's phone number now. I couldn't tell you without grabbing my phone.
Me too. Me too, bro.
That's right.
And that's something that seems small, but that's important.
Yeah. You're right.
There is a people don't count up the cost. There is a cost to having certain, what I'm going to call luxuries, because you still got a pencil. You can still write stuff down. You don't got to have everything in your pocket. You can still pick up a book if you want to learn about something. Those things are still there. But like I said, the masses really don't, because they've been tricked into thinking that they shouldn't care because somebody's going to take care of them. That's the part of it.
you know, man. And what that plays into, especially the part you're talking about, remembering phone numbers and stuff, people underestimate this. But the reason, so one of the last times we was home, right? My wife does this. She's built an archive of memories. Our grandma, my wife's grandmother, is getting ready to be 103 years old. And her mind, it wanes a little bit, but she's still sharp. She's still sharp. And she'll talk about stuff. To sit in the presence of a human being that has vivid memories from the late 1920s and the late 1930s and can talk about childhood and teen years, what Texas was like back then, that goes into what Zach just talked about. Our brains are being reshaped and reformed. If you wonder why your kids don't think like you, it's because your kids didn't have to grow up like you. Now, I'm a non-parent, so I never try to step on toes. It's deeper. The iPads are a part of it. The cell phones are a part of it. And I don't talk about this much because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But what Zach just said, when you had to remember a phone number, I had like 5 phone numbers I had to remember. My grandmother's, ours, one of my aunties, and an uncle that didn't even live in the same state. Well, actually, he was in the same state, but he was down in Houston. So in state, but a Houston phone number. I knew him like the back of my hand. I damn near can't call nobody right now. Like both of y'all said, without having to look at my phone.
That's right.
And as a parent of a youngster, you fight that because, and it's a hard battle because trying to raise, I'm a Gen X guy and I'm raising up a Gen Z guy. trying to instill certain things in him, I have to fight against a world that's not like the world that I know or that I knew.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's totally different.
Exactly.
And it's not easy to do. Trying to make them. The biggest thing that they try to do with children right now is that it's all about the group thing. It's all about what the groups do. And they don't trying to teach your child to be a critical thinker and learn how to move on their own if they need to. It's hard because when they get outside of your presence, everything pushes them the other way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach, I feel your pain because I'm at the end of the baby boomers. So, trying to raise my kids and grandkids, especially my son and grandson, like you said, everybody want to move in a group. I'm like, nah, bro.
That's
You
right.
you need to learn to move on your own, which my son is finally doing because he went to a college that none of his boys went to.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he's learning to move on his own, and I see the growing pains he's going through.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy, teaching. I got an 11-year-old and teaching him
Right.
to value his opinion of himself more than others. Things like that. To decide that you're gonna move and do things based on the calculation that you made, even if they don't agree with you. It's hard doing
Right.
that. It's something that
Right.
our generation they taught us. You learn how to be. If you're a latchkey kid, you learn how to come home and get your cereal
Right.
and
Right.
do stuff like that. It's a totally different
That,
world now. It's
can
different.
I say
Right.
something? Can I say something to that as a non-parent? And y'all can agree with me. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm out of bounds, out of line. But for everything y'all just said, everything from Vision and his son to what Zach just said, and I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm open to criticism because I don't never want to overstep my bounds. Now, back when we was younger, Vision, y'all know I like to play games and bullshit tonight. Tonight ain't one of them nights. Vision is the elder up here, and he done lived through some things, been through some stuff. He said he on the boomer end of it all. Uh, I'm I'm Gen X, Zach Gen X. Look here, family. Them folk had your child for at what at best 6 to 8 hours a day, and didn't touch them at all during the summer. In 2023, they got everybody babies 24 hours a day, 7 days a damn week.
Yep. Yep.
Now, if I'm wrong for that, y'all let me know. But that's just my
Facts.
perception of it.
That's a
That's just
fact.
what I see happening.
That's a fact because we don't live in the world anymore of when TV used to go off. You remember that? We don't live in
Bruh,
that world anymore.
bruh,
Everything is 24 hours.
everything,
Yeah, and,
everything.
and you could try to filter it out as best as you can, but you can't be everywhere in every single circumstance, in every place at every time. You can't do it. So it's like
At all.
I want my voice to be the loudest voice in my son's head. My voice and his mother's, my
Yep.
wife. Like to this day, when I get ready to go do something, I still hear my father like he's standing next to me. I still hear my
Mm-hmm.
mother like they're standing next to me. And I think it's easier for me to be able to do that because I didn't live in that 24-hour cycle.
Yeah.
He lives in a thing that's constantly always something always be important to him, whether it be negative or it be quote unquote positive or whatever. And it's hard to fight against that. And as a parent in this day and age, it's hard fighting that. I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Gen X guy trying to raise a Gen Z guy or whatever they are, like he's a Gen X guy in this world that's not the same world that we know. It's just
Right.
it's really hard, man. It's not easy at all.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. The link is in the chat, and I'm opening the door, and I say this respectfully and humbly and openly. Anybody who wants to, even if you stand in opposition, I'm here. I want to hear folk out. I ain't got no problem with it. It ain't personal. It ain't nothing like that. But I would love to hear other people's perspectives, even if you. What's up, VJ Jordan? How you doing, bro? Thank you for sharing it out, fam. I appreciate that. Even if you don't agree, and VJ, if you want to come up, the link is in the chat. I just put it in there. I'll put it in again if you got time. No harm, no foul. I would love to hear from everybody and get different points of view. Man, like I don't know how you do it. Shout out to all the parents, mothers and fathers who are trying to prep and prepare they babies, they children, for the world we live in. When you teaching them off a world that you knew that don't exist no more. It's like
It's different, man. My son come home and say to me, Well, Daddy, I was talking to this young man, and he says he identifies as this, or this young lady, and they identify as that.
Yeah.
It's those things
Yeah.
are. It's like it's kind of foreign to me. I mean, I know what it is, but I just, I mean, and his upbringing is way easier than mine. You
Right.
know,
Right.
so
Right.
I wonder how that stuff affects everybody. It's just it's a strange world, man. Trying to learn how to navigate it and live in it. It's almost like it's brand new to me. Like I'm learning all over again.
Bruh, it affects everybody in different ways. Like, I know now you got some, and I'm not saying they're a bad thing, but you got so many precautionary measures set in place. You got this and that. I'm from Texas, dog. Not only would I get home from school sometime and oh, you good, Vision? I know Vision on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, Vision on the road. He busy. He keep dropping in and out. If y'all not connected with Vision Preparedness, please connect with Vision Preparedness. Vision, drop your hashtag BCIAC in the chat. So if it's anybody who don't know you, they can connect with you. And thank you to everybody who shared this out live out. Please continue to do so. Me and Zach gonna rock out for a few more minutes. But man, not only was there some times where I came home from school and if it wasn't nothing done, I'm a country boy, dog. It's been a couple of times I done went in the freezer, thawed out some drumsticks. Ain't nobody home. Ain't nobody home but me. Thawed out some drumsticks, seasoned them joints, started a fire. And I didn't just cook. I didn't pop nothing in the microwave, bro. I barbecued. But you can't even do like kid, like you as a parent, you could damn near get in trouble for letting your kid barbecue while you ain't around nowadays. So I just
It's hard trying to like something I recently started doing is letting Lil Zach stay home by himself. He at the age where I'm like, he should be, learning to be able to do that stuff. When I'm from New York City. When I was his age, I was taking the train, taking the buses, going all around, riding miles and miles and miles from the house when nobody knew where I was, all that type of stuff. And trying to get him to be able to do that it almost has puts a little bit of a fear in me. But
yeah.
First time I had him do it, what did he do? Put something in the microwave for too long. So you gotta, but those are the things that he's gotta learn. You gotta learn how to do it. You gotta instill those things in him.
For sure. And when you say that, man, I can't help but so I got a cousin, I got family. Now they live in Syracuse. But when they first left Texas, they lived in the city. They didn't live upstate. They lived in the city, right? And I'm talking about NYC, like in the city, right?
Right.
And now they from Texas. But bruh, New York even scared me a little bit. I mean, it's like you gotta grow up fast. And then over the course of my life, I've had certain jobs where I done met a lot of people I was cool. Everybody from New York ain't a jerk. Everybody from New York ain't an asshole or overly. That's some more Hollywood stuff. Do they have their own vibe and how they kind of move and stuff? Is it fast paced and is it less polite than maybe Dallas or something? Sure, of course, whatever. But hey, what's up, Tack? Welcome in, Tactical Skill now, man. The link is in the chat if you want to come up. We ain't gonna be here much longer, but you can sure come up, bro. Man, it's like homeboys that said what you just said, and I've heard that from 6 or 7 people who I believe and trust their opinion and what they went through. Man, these dudes was like kids catching the train and going over here and doing this and doing that and all of this. Like in New York, and you was a kid, like you ain't even 10 yet, and you out here like moving and shaking, you know your way around the city.
In the city, it's almost like a rite of passage to be able to do that stuff. And you move, and when people see you as a kid back then, they weren't looking at you funny.
Right.
Other kids and all of y'all going where y'all going and moving all around the city, even if you was by yourself. But it was just that thing. You in the city that never sleeps, and you in a place that can be tough. And you just living how it is to live in that place. And that's kind of one of the things I like living in the suburbs and raising a family. But there are disadvantages. There are things you don't learn. There are feelings that you don't ever get to feel, like you're in a bad situation and the hair on the back of the neck stand up because you know how to be around this. So there's shortfalls to that too. But I mean, I much rather him grow up in this type of situation than in
Of
another
course.
type of situation. So it's just it's something, man. The world is just like you said, Jay. It's crazy now.
It is crazy now. And I can only empathize and sympathize with parents where you work your butt off to give your child I ain't gonna say everything you didn't have, but a different or better circumstance. And then at the same time, you kind of want them to have known what you went through so they could appreciate what it takes to fully get from where you were to where you at now. Man, that's like a catch-22, dog. That's like, man, Zach, what is life? What is this we dealing with, man? What is this? Get philosophical with me.
A series of experiences, man. That's what I think life is. It's a series of experiences, and hopefully you learn from them so you can mature and have some sort of knowledge. And one of the most profound things I ever heard from the person who I consider to be the most solid person on this planet is my dad. He's gonna be 80. They're gonna be 82 years old in a few weeks. He's gonna be 82.
Oh, much love. Congratulations.
Thank you. Last conversation that we had, he told me, even at my age of 81, I'm still learning to be a man. That's what he told me.
Up.
And when he told me that, it shocked me. And this from the person who I think is the epitome of manhood. So you come to find out that life is just it's one long learning experience and a bunch of different experiences you're gonna learn. So hopefully you learn something, and when you leave here, you'll know something. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's how I look.
Yeah. No, that's deep, bro. Especially with my current circumstance. I thank you for sharing that because you know, as my pop has transitioned on to that next phase of existence, I can only hope as I encounter people, as I grow to be an elder, hopefully I continue to try and grow in wisdom and positivity. I can be something like that for somebody in the future because it take a real man to even pass those words through their lips, man. It takes a real man to say, I'm still, if you in your 80s and you saying I'm still growing, I'm still figuring this out, like you don't get too much more humble than that. You just don't. And that's the kind of man my pops was. My pops is the reason why I don't have an issue. I've said it before, I say it again. My wife done had a bad day at work, but my day at work wasn't as bad as hers. Baby, I got dinner, or we just gonna order something, or we just gonna go out. If I you know, helping around the house, help just being everything instead of just an asshole. I'm okay with that, and I'm gonna tell you something too, and I'm gonna keep this 100. I will always do. We haven't had a whole lot of conversations, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you as far as people like yourself, Vision Preparedness, Big Rooster. I will always try to surround myself by men like y'all.
Thank you.
Forever. I mean that shit because I'm not only do I not enjoy or appreciate negativity, I'm always seeking out people I can learn something from, people I can grow from, people who can inspire me, people who can teach me something I didn't know in a respectful way. And when I was talking to my sister earlier, she was saying, she was like, because it's crazy because mom's gone, pop's gone. She was like, all we got is us now. And it was kind of like this weird, not loneliness, but it was like, damn, this shit's a reality now for all our parents. All our parents is out of here.
Those are the things that because those are the things that I think about. I know I know one day that's a reality. I know it is. I've never experienced it yet. I
Right.
know, and
Yeah.
I try to at some point try to prepare myself if I can, which I don't think I can. But because you never know.
can't.
You never know when
You think about it,
right.
but
You never know when that phone gonna ring or something gonna happen. But you
right.
try. When I thank God that I still can pick up the phone and say, "Hey, mom, what's going on? Hey, dad, what's going
Yeah.
on?" I
Yeah.
thank God that I can still do that. There's going to be a time when I'm not going to be able to do that either.
It's a blessing.
It's like that for everybody. That's how it's.
It's
I mean,
blessed.
it's
Yeah,
rough.
it is. It's the circle of life. It's a real thing, but
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it's man. I don't even want to call it macho. I don't want to call it's weird. Like my mom broke me. My mom's passing broke me in a different way. But with my
Mm-hmm.
pops, it's weird. It's almost kind of like this. Like I'm not trying to be on no masculine shit, because I feel how I feel. I see you back there, bro. You want to bring you up, or you want to drop your camera first?
What up, Skilly?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Skilly?
Man.
But it ain't no super macho masculine nothing. But with my dad, I ain't been as tossed. It's like
It may be what he put in you. I mean, the first time I ever saw my father cry was when his father passed away. That was the first time I ever saw my father be nervous.
Yeah.
Because while he was in the casket, I remember this. I was a kid. I was 6 years old at the time. Now he had to tie his tie because he didn't like how it was. And I remember watching that. And I remember him tearing up. And this is the strongest thing that I know in my life, which it made me understand what real feelings were and what being a real man was. That's what I thought when I
Right.
saw that. When I looked at him, I'm like, because that's his dad there. And it evokes such an emotion out of him that I've never seen from my father. And I'm hoping that I can live up to that. And it's funny because I'm gonna be 50 years old my next birthday, and I'm still trying to live up to
Damn, you look good, boy. I tell you, boy, I'm telling you, ain't cracking worth a damn, boy. You like, damn, shit. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off. Oh, young ass.
I'm still trying to live up to him. If I can be even a tenth of what he is, what I believe he is, I think I'll be fine in my life. And that's how I see him. I love my mother. Don't get me wrong. I love my mother to death. But my father is the one who taught me what it is to be a man and how to move around and how to have a certain honor system. It is what it is, man. I feel for your loss, brother. I feel.
I appreciate that. I'll respect, man. I'll respect. Tack, what's good, bro? What you got going on?
Oh, nothing, man. My daughter and the mate's about to sell this water, so I had to make today was gonna be okay. All these women and children, these young ladies, had to be kind of look over them. Our society is these days.
Yeah. For sure. Did you get to catch the first part of the live?
Oh, I just jumped in.
It's all good. We was talking about the situation, and I gotta put what TLC put up here too. She was, I think, talking about me and Zach on that. Man, it's like even when you know they coming, they just hit you a little bit differently. And I think it's better to be at least mindful and somewhat prepared than versus nothing at all.
That's the way I feel, Jay. Try to have some sort of frame of reference. That's how I feel about it. I know I'm probably going to lose it and it's going to hurt me, but I want to have some sort of something there, hopefully, to sort of settle myself, so I can move. Or don't just shut me down. Because I've seen people who lose a parent and they just shut them down totally. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to happen.
Well, you know what that is, and I think you're gonna be. I know you're gonna be all right. Denial. Denial is the monster that will get you, because if it's just too big and too much for you to accept or anticipate or believe, bruh, it's like that's when. And I'm like what you just said. I knew it was coming. I was prepared. I was kind of like really feeling like, okay, you wait for it. You wait for,
Right.
that call is coming. And for me, it was like TLC said, it was that phone call, and it was a lot. But if I hadn't kind of already came to grips with it,
Right.
shit, I would have been
Mm-hmm.
out of it. Spooky Zombie Graveyard, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Um, Hey, Tack, what we talking about tonight is, you heard about old girl in H-Town, right? Was you was in the live the other night when we did Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Okay. Um, hey, did I speak to Kim Stage, her garden, her life? Welcome in. Thank you. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier, fam. If I've missed anybody, my apologies. I've been engulfed in this conversation, so I might have missed some people, but I appreciate y'all being here. We ain't gonna keep y'all much longer. We already at that 2-hour mark. But the topic of conversation, Tack, is how, when, and to what extent do you interject yourself when you see situations happen in today's age in 2023? The sister in H-Town was allegedly assaulted with she got assaulted with a brick because she denied a man her phone number. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna go too far with the ins and outs of that because there's a whole lot of stuff coming out. But the part that we talking about tonight is people saying men ain't real men and black men ain't ish because they not stepping up for and doing this and that for women. And I'm like, I understand people feeling that way a little bit, especially women. Some of the things they've been through. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to. This ain't no woman bashing or hating or none. I'm not in no kind of pill community. I don't do pill. I'm not in a pill community. But at the same time, I feel like some of the commentary been overly harsh because, for one, not every man is like that. You got a lot of hell. You got 2 men right here, 3 men right here who love their families, their children. For those who have them, you love your nieces and nephews. You love everybody. You trying to look out for everybody. So that's what we've been talking about, Tack. Now I'm gonna run some audio. I'm gonna run a video back a little bit so you can see this, and I want you to tell me what you think about it. And I want to hear what you got to say on the other side, bro.
In terms of the investigation,
now this is a young sister who everything we've been talking about, this is what happened, unfortunately, to this young sister who intervened in a circumstance about one of the hottest topics, not only on the internet, but in real life. And I just want to hear what you got to say on the other side, bro. I ain't even going to play all of it.
Of the investigation, police are still trying to piece a lot of things together themselves, but the family has questions relating to how can something like this happen when their daughter tried to do the right thing.
She led with her heart. She would give you the shirt off of her back. She was always helping people.
LaDonna Kim says that's exactly what her daughter was doing when her life was stolen from her over the Labor Day weekend. Family members say 27-year-old Danae Wilbert was gunned down at Hollywood Coney Island on Detroit's west side early Sunday morning, not long after she tried to break up a fight.
We have to even tell her, like, you can't pull over in your car when you by yourself because you see somebody on the road and they need help because it's dangerous out there. But she was kind of like the type of person that would have to, like, try or see for herself.
It started with Danae and her girlfriends having a fun night out. They went to the Coney Island for a bite to eat when an argument developed between 2 men and a woman, according to sources.
She just wanted everybody to go home and get home. And I'm very sure in my thoughts of knowing that she wanted to get home. I guess the guy followed her out and she was able to get herself out of the restaurant and she was shot in the parking lot.
Although we couldn't actually touch her when we went to go view her, based upon the circumstance. She even had a smile on her face as we had to observe her in her last state.
She was doing the right thing, and that's what angers me.
Detroit activist Pastor Mo works with many community groups teaching de-escalation techniques to quash.
Now I'm gonna stop right there, Tat. I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna say this. I gotta. You can say whatever you want to say after this, but I got a question first. I want you to start here. When it's situations like that happening for real in real life, all across the country, and in many cases all across the world, why is it folks all over the internet saying and harping on and belittling black men and women and people in general about why and how folks ain't brave enough no more and they cowards and don't want to really get in and help and save nobody? I just want to hear what you think on that first, and after that, just go for it, bro.
Man, crazy these days. You don't want to risk. You know,
Oh, I can't hear you, bro. I hear you a little bit, but I don't really hear you that good.
my phone acting up again. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I hear you now. I hear you.
You know, I teach my children to be nice, but it's now because I want mine to come back home.
Right.
I always been a person to helping folks and ask for some money, I give it to them. But these days, you just can't pull out money and the
Mm-hmm.
reward to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what the conversation been about, bro. And I just don't want people to feel bad who think twice about seeing their families again, seeing their loved ones again, thinking about a bail bondsman. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying myself I won't do it. All I'm saying is at least afford me the courtesy and the opportunity without demeaning me or belittling me to allow me the opportunity to make that decision. Because what you're doing, whether these people, I know they may be getting clicks, views, they may have a whole bunch of real lit live chats across a whole bunch of platforms talking about this subject matter, but inadvertently, what they're doing is reassuring other people that they won't say nothing, they won't do nothing, they won't engage. So,
Because people who usually have so much to say are the ones who are usually not going to do anything. That's just the truth. Anybody knows who's ever been in any sort of real situation, the guy who's the quietest is the guy you got to watch. Ain't the guy who's making all the noise. The guy who's making all the noise, you usually look at him like, yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing because he's trying to sell you a wolf ticket so you get scared. It's the guy who's quiet that you need to that's the one that you watch. So all these people who got something to say, all that is projection. All they're doing is telling you what they're not gonna do. That's why they keep saying you this, you that, you a coward, you a this, you a that. That's because they're speaking their own truth without calling themselves by name. That's all that is.
Facts, my brother. Well said. Well said. Well said. Hey, Tack, what you got?
Then go ahead, go.
Say it again.
Like I said, start with me. Let me get them out and then I'll get back on.
Okay, it's all love. It's all love. Thank you for coming up though, bro. I appreciate it. I had the link in the chat. If anybody else had wanted to come up, y'all had the opportunity. Whether you agree or disagree, it's all love. Ain't no harm, no foul. We got, and thank you, Zach, for dropping the hashtag BCIAC in there, bro. If y'all not connected to Fat Guy with Guns, y'all please. RGG, y'all make sure y'all catch community. Shanna, Jason, connect with everybody. Get with everybody. It's a lot of good info out there. TLC in the garden said, I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling mine, don't engage. Call if help you to help if you wish, and leave. I cannot bury another child. This is, you can tell when you're talking to people who done been through something versus people who have fantasies of whatever they got fantasies of, or
And that's just what
a
they are.
school.
Fantasies. Fantasies. That's what they are. It's fantasy. And when
Yeah.
you try to be real and be a realist, oh, you just a coward. Okay. And that's what I say, man. I mean, I'm like, yeah, if me caring about myself and caring about my family and being able to be it for them makes me a coward, then hey, I'm a coward. I don't
I'll take it.
I have
I'll
no
take it.
I have no problem taking that label if that's how you want to look at it. I don't have a problem with it.
Facts. For real, for real. Hey, thank you, TLC, for dropping Zach link in the chat. I appreciate that. If y'all not connected with this brother, please, please, please get connected. TLC, before we get out of here, can you drop TAC as well? Tactical Skillionaire. I appreciate you, sister. I ain't even had my phone on. I've been doing, I ain't in the best headspace. I ain't really doing a good job tonight.
You doing fine, bro. You doing fine, man.
Thank you. Thank you, fam. Let me turn my phone on, man. I ain't got one. Usually I look at another screen so I can see what's going on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm my apologies, y'all. Yeah, let's I want to thank everybody. I want to thank both of y'all. Thank you, TLC in the garden. I want to thank both of these brothers for coming up. Y'all stand by. Hey, it's been a good convo. Shout out to Big Rooster for having this conversation with me. Fat Guy with Guns, my brother Zach, Tactical Skillionaire. Much love, family. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, much love, man. We're gonna be over here being country in another country, and we'll holler.